Proceed.
You're the one who starts it, buddy.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 6 of the L3 Podcast. I'm your host, Gideon Smith, followed by my co-host, Anthony Benavides and Dragon Pilgrim, and we've joined with a special guest in the building today. We've got Luke, a.k.a. St. Luther, entering the building. So, welcome.
Thank you.
No problem. Good to have you, buddy.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Love to have you. Anthony, please ask Luke this question that you ask all of our guests.
Luke, my friend, my pal, my comrade, my amigo.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you, and why should we give a shit?
Well, Anthony, my friend, my comrade, as you've already said, I'm St. Luther, and you should give a shit because I'm one of the realest motherfuckers you'll ever meet, bro.
Talk about it.
Word, bro. So, I don't know. You know me, I guess, explaining myself from the outside viewer is I'm just somebody trying to do me. I don't want to answer to anybody. I don't want to have to explain myself to anybody. I just want to be my own man, live the way that I want to live, and make bag while I'm doing it, baby.
I respect what you're saying about not wanting to answer anybody. Unfortunately, we do have questions today.
That's all good. I'm just saying I don't want no boss, bro. I don't want no boss.
Respect.
I don't want to answer nobody, so I'm out.
So I know you. I know what you do. Katie knows what you do. Dragon a little bit less, and the viewers may or may not know. So what type of career are you in? What type of hobbies are you into? Basically explain what you do and what St. Luther is about.
Word, okay. So that's a lot to cover. I guess general term, put it as I'm just an artist. I'm just here to kind of create and do my own vibe, I'm very spiritual, I like to think of myself as somebody who's trying to find spiritual enlightenment. So that's why I have the Saint in front of my name. And that's kind of an explanation to that. I also want to do good for this planet. So, that's also, I guess, a promise to myself. So I kind of summed up, I'm somebody who's trying to achieve greatness to give to people and to give to the planet. I care about humanity. So I want to give to humanity to the best of my ability and kind of experience, understand, educate, and conversate.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Summed up.
Okay.
Respect, Luke. That's really dope, brother. Not gonna lie.
Bless, bro.
So for the artist wise, so I'm guessing the main thing that I know that you attach yourself to, obviously, like you said, you're an artist. You don't want to say that you do one thing. I know that you're interested in your pursuit is doing a lot of things at once. But for music wise, what type of music, just for people to know, what type of music do you feel like, if you had to put it to any genre or multiple genres, what type of music do you put out? What is your goal? What is your goal with the music? Not like your goal to success, but like what your goal is and what you want people to feel and take from the music that you're putting out. And after that, if you have anything to say, what is your view on the music scene right now?
Word, okay. So from the top, that's a lot. So I may have to get a little recap. From the top though, yeah, I basically call myself a rapper, summed up. I like to make hip hop. I do I guess a little bit of trap. I kind of dabble in some R&B. I've tried singing, so general terms, I like to make hip hop rap. I guess my target audience and people who I make music for is people kind of like myself. And I like to make music that you would probably get up to no good listening to, if you're listening to my shit, you're probably not doing anything good, or you're out skating or something like that. I don't know, bro. I make music. I try to make it a little bit conscious, so for me, then kind of speaking onto the rap game right now is just I don't see myself being very mainstream. I don't make music that most people are making right now. I kind of just go on my own vibe. I grab a lot of inspiration from old school Tyler the Creator, Tech Nine, old school Eminem, artists like that. I like to make kind of more that like grungy hip hop, underground hip hop shit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're saying about the music, you have to make music for people up to no good. So would you say your music would relate more to people who have been in or out or in and out of the criminal justice system or the penitentiary system? Or is your music more for teenagers who have their headphones in, listen to one of your songs, and then go rob a Dollarama?
Word. Probably more for like people going to a Dollarama, you know, like
Okay.
more music for like skaters. Cause like for me personally, I haven't been in the, I haven't been in the bin, you know, so I haven't experienced that. Like I've obviously had my run-ins with the police. I've experienced my own stuff like that, but I try and make music more so for, it's a double-edged sword, kind of the music I make, to explain it. You know, I'm equally trying to express my experience of life, my opinions, my experience as a human being. And that's not, as a Christian, that's not exactly what you'd hear like, you know, Lecrae make. You know, that's not my experience of life. I write my reflection of what I've seen, what I've experienced, with still trying to like maintain what my thoughts are in that, you know? So trying to have like a holistic and biblical approach, I guess. You want to say biblical in regards to like what I truly believe and how I feel conflicted over some of the things that I've done and some of the things that I do, you know? So like I try and express how like it is still fun to like go and rob a Dollarama. It is still fun to, you know, get up to more serious hoodlum shit, but I don't promote that, you know? I don't promote doing it. I kind of try and talk about like, I get it. It is fun. You know, I know what that's about. That's where I come from. That's who I am. But like, how can I change my perception? How can I change who I am to step away from that? Because at the end of the day, at least for me, that's what I'm trying to get. You know, I'm trying to step out of that space, you know, and I'm trying to like level up.
Okay. So what you're saying is don't do those things.
Yeah.
But if you're going to, listen to me while you're doing.
Word. Exactly. You know.
Okay, respect. Okay. Last question for me before I let the guests ask what they want to ask. For the music wise, what do you feel like really pushed you and made you start to venture into the type of music that you make now? Basically, what got you into it? And yeah, that's all I have right now. I kind of blanked out in the second half.
No, it's all good, bro. Like, I guess what got me into music was like my mom passed away, right? So like what got me into music when I was 12 was my mom passing and me getting into it so I could feel closer to her. You know, I started music as in the memory of that. And I had a really, you know, interesting and colorful past and background, you know, for those who do know me and kind of know my story and what I try and kind of convey in my music. My music is a colorful exaggeration of my stories and events of my life, you know? So like I try and portray that and portray what I'm thinking and how I felt, you know, at past times in my life and current times in my life. I don't know if that answered your question because I probably got lost along the way too.
No, it does. Okay. Any questions for Luke before we go on?
Who would you most likely to collab with?
Like immediately that I have access to, or like who would I want to? Anybody? Most likely, honestly, I could give you a couple names. I'd love to collab with Tyler, the Creator. He's one of my favorite artists of all time. Denzel Curry would be another great artist. You know, Eminem, obviously. You know, so you know, those are people who I would be most excited to collab with at this exact moment in my life.
That's kind of funny because in all those names, great artists. I didn't hear Benny or Cadian.
Bro, I work with you guys anyways. You know, you guys come through the studio, just say something. You know the answer is yes.
Just kidding. Okay, Cadian.
Yes.
Any questions for St. Luther here?
No, you pretty much like I was just sitting back and listening. I agree with everything he said. We did work a couple of times with him in the studio. Did watch him do all the recording and all that. So like me being new to music and everything, like Luke helping me out and like teaching me some stuff that I didn't really know is like really, it's like really cool for him to do that because he doesn't have to, and I appreciate him like letting out that hand. Pause.
That's what I do, baby. Pause.
Yeah.
Same thing here. I've talked about the tape that I plan on releasing. Hopefully this month. Probably. It keeps getting.
It's hard to say with that stuff, bro.
It's hard to say, but Luke's been the guy that I've been recording mostly with. And he's been also helpful and giving me tips and advice and basically helping me along the way. And I feel like each other, us also being as friends outside of the whole thing, we'll be able to open up, pause, and basically help each other and basically relay advice and tips and pause and basically just help each other grow. Like the things that I maybe I'm not really well versed in. He can have the opposite side where he is, and the things that he's not well versed in, I might be, and I can help him with that. So he has been very helpful, and I feel like me and him have a close relationship. And yeah, I do support the music he's making, and I feel like a St. Luther and Tyler the Creator collab would be pretty fucking heat. Yeah. I want to save more of the music stuff though for when we get to Benny's Heavies, the little music segment of the podcast. So Dragon, go for it, buddy. Oh shit, I got into puberty there.
Texans released JJ Watt.
Sorry, Texans released JJ Watt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is the football part. Luke, I'm sorry if you get lost. I'll try to explain any questions you have or answer.
It's all good. I'll just probably ride the back seat in this one. If I got something to say, I'll pipe up.
Okay. Fair.
Fair enough.
JJ Watt gets released by the Texans. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like JJ Watt, to me, not his fault because he has had a lot of injuries in the past. I'm not saying that he's scrubbed now or he's done, but I feel like he's given everything he can give. I don't think he's gonna have a Pro Bowl year after, and this is just me coming from outside perspective. I don't know what it's like to play in the NFL, but for me, it's just I feel like he's in his 30s now. Again, a lot of injuries. I think that a new scenery would probably, his time has come. He's probably be more happier, and I want him to end his career pleased and happy with the game of football and happy with what he's done. I think it's a good move for the Texans to release him, but I feel like I don't think there's going to be a lot at the same amount of buzz from other teams trying to pick him up as people would think, just because I feel like he's kind of like I said, he's kind of really at the end here.
He'll probably end up going to Pittsburgh, honestly.
With the brother.
With the brothers, yeah.
Brothers. Oh yeah, he's got two of them boys. Yeah. With TJ and the other youth.
Derek.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty heat. That's a lot of white D linemen. Yeah, I think that that'll probably be beneficial. That'll definitely help TJ. Really having like the best vet to look to help him more, because he's still considerably young and new to the NFL. I think that will benefit him a lot. Like the best person you can learn from is literally someone from his family.
Yep.
I think that would benefit him. For JJ wise, if he's looking to end his career, maybe getting a ring or at least far into the playoffs, but unlike what he's done before with the Texans, I feel like that would probably be his best bet if he's looking to end his career with the best stats possible. He'll probably be looking somewhere else. But if he's just looking to have that one last playoff run before he skedaddles, I think Pittsburgh is a good look.
Mm-hmm. Minnesota's an option too, but
yeah, we both know, man. We both know that's not happening, bro. Katie? You snoozing there, bud?
last news, and I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
The last
that's all.
thing you said was we both list on an option there, but I'm listening. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I have to say about JJ. I think Pittsburgh's a good look.
Yeah. Former Bucks receiver Vincent Jackson found dead.
What?
Former Bucks and Chargers receiver.
No,
Vincent,
I heard you. I heard you.
Found out how.
no idea.
Damn.
They have not released that.
Bro, that's a big lead up for like no info.
He was found this morning at 11:30.
Like zero information past that.
That is all I was given.
Shit.
Vincent Jackson.
Yeah. R.I.P. Vincent Jackson, and my condolences to his family. What the fuck?
Fly high, 83 fly high.
I didn't know that, bro. I didn't even read about it. I didn't even see that.
He's catching passes from God now.
Okay, man.
Condolences. Crazy stuff.
Well, okay, next.
Last thing, the Toronto Argonauts have signed former BU football D lineman Sean Oakman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Sean, can you go get the water? No, you get the water, coach. All right. All right. Yeah, Sean fuck. Luke, Sean Oakman is pretty much like, what's the best way to say it? Sean Oakman is the Brock Lesnar of football. Built like. He hasn't had much success, but he's gigantic, and looking at the man, like if Sean Oakman slaps any of our girls in the face, it's not an immediate like defense situation. Like you kind of got to think about it. It's like, okay, he just slapped my girl in the face, but I do like the whole living and breathing thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like I might let this slide.
That's all I have for football. Nothing's happened in the last 3 days. 4 days. What's today? 5 days.
50. Yeah. Yeah, well, the Super Bowl passed, though.
It's been slow.
Yeah.
A lot of trade rumors, but that's it, really.
Rumors are rumors. Gossip is gossip. Luke, you're frozen there. Are you good, buddy? All right. Give Luke a minute to come back to come back to Earth. That's just frozen. Oh, wait for him to come back here. Fuck, man.
Let's see if I can find anything.
Hey, there he is.
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Welcome back.
Oh, we do have more updates on Vincent Jackson, by the way.
Okay. That's good.
Vincent Jackson checked into the hotel on January 11th and had been staying in the room since that date. On February 10th, his family called.
Yeah. Hold on, Dragon. Yep. Luke, you alive? You're frozen. I'm just gonna assume it's because you're in your basement. It looks like he's just strangling someone from like a POV perspective.
Uh-huh.
All right.
No, he's gone again.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about Vincent Jackson while we wait for him.
He's back again.
I don't see shit.
I just submitted him.
Okay.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Lovely.
What's up, buddy? All right.
What's up, buddy?
So we have updates about Vincent Jackson, who passed away. Dragon.
Hi. Rest in peace.
According to hotel staff, Jackson, who's a South Tampa resident, checked into the hotel on January 11, 2021, and had been staying in a room since that date. On February 10th, members of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office spoke with Jackson's family members who called to report that he was missing. A formal report was filed on February 11th. The following day, February 12th, the sheriff located Jackson at Homewood Suites and spoke with him. After assessing Jackson's well-being, the missing persons case was canceled. Jackson was located deceased approximately 11:30 a.m. on February 15th in his hotel room by housekeepers. There were no apparent signs of trauma. The Hillsborough County Medical Examiner's Office will determine the cause of death, as well as officially identified Jackson's remains based on dental or DNA records. Sheriffs have notified Jackson's next of kin of his passing. So no cause of death.
R.I.P. Shit.
I've been watching that conspiracy stuff for you.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a conspiracy right there.
Yeah. What happened to Luke?
Oh, I have some more information on Vincent Jackson as well.
Okay.
Apparently, Vincent Jackson cards on Madden Ultimate Team are going for 100,000K.
That's dirty.
Yo, I have no idea what's going on.
So that's another conspiracy theory.
That is.
What were you saying, Luke?
No, I was just saying that that's like crazy stuff, you know, like what happened to the man's, you know, he's there. He's like the missing person, like the fact that he was considered like somebody filed the missing persons on him. They found him. He's fine. And then they come back and then he's, you know, he's gone. He's passed away.
Yeah.
Points to either, you know, foul play or suicide to me. Just like from my immediate thoughts, you know. So
Yeah.
tragic either way.
Well, I don't want to go into something I don't know about, but if I would say if it's the whole suicide thing, I'm pretty sure it was the movie Concussion that pretty much explained like the whole after football life and dealing with the head injuries. It's kind of like not the same thing, but kind of like the same shit that goes through your brain. I forgot what it's called. Post-traumatic. No, it's not PTSD. It's fucking
Cerebral.
No. It's like, I don't know. I would say it's a type of I would say it's a type of PTSD because it's kind of like, again, not the same thing, but like when dudes who go into the war and all the head trauma.
Isn't it like mild brain damage?
Yeah, mild brain. Yeah, it has something to do with brain damage where like, you know, they don't think, huh?
CTE?
Yeah,
I
CTE.
think that's what
So
it
like,
is.
CTE. So he doesn't really think the same. And I feel like, you know, all those things of having to deal with like, you know, retired and obviously don't know if he was happy or not. And again, I'm not gonna try to say I know what happened to him, but if like how like, you know, if he went missing and then it's a type of suicide thing where he kind of took his own life, that had a lot to do with it. I would say had some type of CTE and like his brain not really working how it should and having thoughts that a normal person wouldn't have going through their head. That could have led to it, but then again, I don't know if that's just assumption of that's just a possibility.
Yeah. It's hard to know. More information will come out in time.
Yeah. Until then, rest in peace, Vincent Jackson.
Exactly. Rest in peace.
More concerning matters. Cadian.
Uh-oh. Cadian.
Yeah.
Any
concerns,
buddy?
I don't really have anything for Kai's concerns this week, to be honest, bro. Like it's been a good week.
That's good.
Yeah, like I don't have anyone that I'm like frustrated with. What about Luke, is he there?
Yeah, I'm right
Yeah.
here.
Okay. So this is one of the segment where we talk about cause concerns, and how many cause concerns. We're gonna go to Weirdo of the Week next.
Mm.
So Weirdo of the Week is just a goof for a allywag or a dolly wonker that you just want to address and just call a weirdo out. Just call them out by name.
What's a
Not
dolly
by
wonker?
name. Hints. Hints, no hints, just however you see fit. So who would you say is your Weirdo of the Week for the past
Bro,
week?
Basically,
putting that on me.
someone you know, a celebrity, anybody who you think is a goof, who's just grinded your gears this past week.
Oh, okay, Anthony. You know
I thought you were saying me. I was like,
no. Anthony, you should know. I think. Okay, all right. I guess I'll say it this way. A friend of mine for a long time now has been indecisive as into what he wants from a certain individual. And
okay.
just recently, I heard he was going to make a decision and figure out exactly what he wanted. I don't know what happened, but it's been a very long time for this decision to be made. And I feel like it's a little too late. And I feel like the decision may or may not have blown up a little bit in his face. So I'm curious, but that's the weirdo thing I can think of. Bizarre turn of events for me.
Name drop.
But other than that, Anthony looks extremely confused.
Because I thought I knew who you were talking about.
You do know who. You do.
Oh, we're not capping here, are we?
What do you mean not capping here? I'm not dropping any names. I'm not trying to make it too obvious. I'm not trying to do none of that, so it is what it is. If that's what you wanted, I gave it. A friend of mine has spoken to a certain female for a very long time and has not.
Okay, I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah.
And it's been over a year, and now he's trying to lock it down. And it's like, bro, I don't think that's an option anymore. But good luck. And then honestly, it can't fail at this point. Y'all can't just be talking for a year and then be like, all right, I feel semi-confident now. Let's go on a date.
I'm 100% aware of what you're talking about now. And if I am not mistaken, these two individuals are now in a relationship.
Wow,
And,
I can't believe.
Surprise!
Now
surprise.
That's two weirdos of the week. Two. I got two now.
And well, when this podcast comes out, and if you listen to it, there's going to be 3. But
is that me included?
Well, 4, because fuck, I'm gonna get backlash. But yeah, they're in a happy relationship now.
Well, that's good. That's good.
And
I mean, it's nothing I wouldn't say. It's nothing I wouldn't say personally. Nothing I wouldn't say personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're good now. And
I'm more than happy.
Here's to them.
Here's to them.
And a happy and prosperous relationship, life, and yeah.
Yeah.
My weirdo of the week. That's a great question.
Bro, I was just put on the spot. That's the only little bit of sauce I know of.
My weirdo of the week. Well, listen, if this was just us 3, my weirdo wouldn't be this person. But now that Luke's here, my weirdo of the week, it's not necessarily, it is a specific person, but this kind of goes to all the people that think this way. Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you an example.
Okay, sir.
If you
It's
if
you.
you come up, it's not Dragon. If
I
you
know.
come
I'm
up
just
to me,
joking.
if you came up to me, right, first time meeting me, right, I know you probably take back the day, the day we became friends. You probably regret it to this day. But let's say you just met me. You just met me today, right?
Mhm.
This guy shakes his head here. So you just met me, right? And you come up to me, and I ask you, hey, what's your name? We tell each other our names. We tell each other our hobbies. We tell each other our birthdays. And then you go on to keep telling about yourself, and I say, wait, hold on. You're a Sagittarius? I can't talk to you. Right? How would you feel if me and you felt like we clicked, bro? Like we were home, like like you think I'm a funny guy, I think you're a good guy, you just think I'm sick, right?
Mhm.
And then as soon as you tell me
sick,
your
bro.
sign, I tell you, nah, we can't be friends because I'm not compatible with Sagittarius. How would you feel?
That's goofy.
That's goofy. Okay. So my weirdo of the week goes to all the people who live their life according to astrology. So if look up like, oh, what does my sign mean this month or whatever the fuck, or who am I compatible with? That's fine if you care about that. But what isn't fine is that you judge, live, and carry yourself to fit that. Because once you put in your head that, okay, all Capricorns are idiots, you're going to find that one person who just you think is a fucking genius. Like this guy can write down a fucking essay about life and make you read it, bro. Like the person who wrote 50 Shades of Grey, April Raintree, the Harry Potter fucking series is a Capricorn. Sick, bro. But then when you find out they're a Capricorn, you're like, oh, well, you're an idiot. Well, you're just saying I was a genius 15 minutes ago. So how am I an idiot now? Oh, because I was born in January. That's
Better.
crazy to me. So
I
yeah,
agree.
it's just yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. So it's just the fact that listen, if I tell you, oh, we're compatible, da 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 da. But if you're gonna stop talking to me, or if you're gonna cut me off, if you're gonna insult me just because of the month I was born, I think that's the same thing as not liking me because of my race, or not liking me because of my gender, or not liking me because I got fucking one eye, or not liking me because I was born with 3 ears. Like, it's the same shit. You're judging me, and that like racism is or sexism is disliking someone for something that they can't control. It's the same thing as I can't control when I'm born. I can't talk to my dad to be like, hey, you should probably bust this month so I can be born a fucking Taurus. Like, no. You're judging me because of the month I was born, something I can't control. So it's kind of like, don't put me in a category of, oh, all Capricorns do this or all Tauruses do this. We're all different people. I know people who are exactly like what their sign says they are, and I know people who are the complete opposite of what their signs are. You want to know why that is? Because every motherfucker is different. Every fucker is different, but we all fuck different, That's it. Yeah. So my weirdo of the week is all people who think astrology is the way of life. Yeah. Dragon, Cadian.
Well, I'm still the same as last week, the same one. The Winnipeg High School Football League.
Okay.
Now I have two options here. I'm gonna say one for Wednesday. I
Okay.
can either do teacup or the other one.
Oh, well, considering that Teacup is a good friend of mine, I'd love to know what's going on here.
But he'll also be on Wednesday, so
Okay, can you explain what the fuck you're talking about?
I have two options. I can choose to talk about teacup
Okay.
or my other option.
So Teacup is going to be on next week.
He's gonna be on in 2 days, yes, on Wednesday.
Well, that makes you look unprofessional. Anyways, I would love to hear on both days, actually. I would love to hear it now. I would love to hear both. I'm calling in a favor. I want to hear both.
Okay. Teddy.
Tell me about the. Okay.
I'll start with Teddy.
Okay. Pause.
Teddy decided at the last minute to cancel from post game yesterday. All right. Even though I was talking to him all week, saying all this Sunday, we're gonna have a guest on Sunday. I even said happy birthday to the guy. He's seen all the
happy birthday, Teddy.
He's seen all the messages about Sunday. And we said we're gonna record on Sunday. You know what the guy says? You can't do it.
And you said the Sunday?
Yeah, the Sunday that just passed. He said, the whole week up to it, I was talking about Sunday. Sunday's Valentine's Day. Sunday's all day.
Sunday.
Yeah, I'm telling him it's Valentine's Day on Sunday. Yeah, everything's good. When Sunday comes around, you can't do it. Okay. I'll call him. I'm gonna ask him about it too on Wednesday. So.
Oh, I know you will.
Okay. And
Dragon's new segment.
Dragon's gonna tell Teddy before anything. So.
Is this a new segment? Dragging out the past?
No.
Okay.
The other one is
your second one.
Eric Sespy, calling out Eric.
Oh.
On the grounds of thinking Tom Brady isn't an athlete.
So I talked to Eric the night of the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And he didn't say anything of that. We had a very short conversation. But he said, I posted, okay, like or dislike him. It's unarguable that Tom Brady is the GOAT. He's Tom Brady, Luke, quarterback. He's won 7 Super Bowls.
I know who Tom Brady is.
Yeah, he just won his 7th Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their first year together. And he's 40, 42, 43.
Shit.
42, yeah. I'm kind of saying, but
43.
at the same time.
43.
Okay. He's 43 and he's still on the top of his game. Now Eric was saying that the reffing in that game was very suspect. And now I will agree that the refs were not doing the Chiefs any favors. But like everybody says in every other game, if the Saints, it was the Saints, right?
Yes,
no,
sir.
it was the Saints. And
Saints
if the Saints can get over it, then the Chiefs can get over it, because that was one of those obvious calls to make, and it wasn't made. So if they can get over it, so can the Chiefs. And even though I agree that the reffing was not great, let's be honest, when has the reffing in the NFL ever been good?
He's just mad that Brady dropped off Rodgers to get to the Super Bowl anyway. So
he's mad that Brady sent Rodgers home
early.
He said on quote
early.
Everyone is a better athlete than Tom Brady.
Tom Brady isn't the fastest guy. He's not the strongest dude.
But
I never knew.
But
Eric
he
could
knows
throw
what the
football
fuck
50
he's doing. Sorry, say that again, Katie.
I never knew Eric could throw football 50 yards.
This kind of leads to, you know what, Dragon, if you don't mind, can I kind of expand the target of your Weirdo of the Week?
Yes, sir. You can, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I say your Weirdo of the Week shouldn't be Eric, just all Packers fans.
That I could take that.
Yeah, all cheeseheads are just cheeseheads without the cheese. Yeah. They're all bitter. And hey, but here's the thing. Half of them are going to be Seahawks, Steelers, and Chiefs fans when Rodgers retires. So they only have maybe a year or two left of being on the side until they dip. And pretty sure that's unarguable. But hey, Eric's a friend of mine, but I'm not surprised with him being a Packers fan that he would say something so uneducated. Yeah.
Cadian?
Yeah.
Weirdo of the Week? Don't say you don't got one, bro. Don't say you don't got one, bro.
While you think, I got a second one.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go, Luke. No,
Okay,
I'll I'll give my weirdo of the week to Luke, but I'll let him give whatever he says. I'll agree with it.
No, Katie, you're not getting out of this. You're going after Luke. But Luke,
I don't have weirdo of the week, bro. So you have to skip me. Give it back to Luke. Luke, who's your second one, brother?
Hey, man, you have your own segment, and you're not even ready for that. So,
bro, I don't have a concern because nothing concerned me this week, nigga. What the fuck you expect?
You don't even have a weirdo? Not one person pissed you off?
I mean, if we're talking about pissed off, I'm still a little salty about what you said earlier, but
okay, then call it out then.
No, man, like, because we already talked about it.
Spill the tea. Spill the tea.
So you write a book on me, but you can't do it to him.
No, me and Katie will address this after hours. Because we've already
there's nothing to address, but it is what it is. Anyway, Luke, who's your second of the week? No, get your teeth at me again, pussy. I'll see you tomorrow. Yo, keep that same energy. Like, what? I don't have a weird of the week. I don't have one. I don't have a concern for this week. I don't have one. Yo, keep it moving. Smile, keep it moving. Keep it sweet, yeah? Shit.
What are you getting so aggressive for?
Shit.
Luke, who's your weirdo of the week? Again.
Okay, so give me a second. Okay, so my second weirdo of the week, I guess, would be people that believe that Elon Musk is a good guy.
Oh shit.
Elaborate,
I will. Okay, so people love Elon Musk, and listen, I love what he's doing. You know, free internet, awesome. You know, like going to another planet, awesome. I love it. But I think we need to also remember that he could solve world hunger and a lot of other pertinent problems, you know, pull a lot of people out of poverty. There's a lot of worldly problems he could solve with his billions. You know, people hated Jeff Bezos for the same reason. You know, people are like, Jeff Bezos ought to do this. Now, I'm no super hard left person, and I'm no communist either, right? But I'm not going to give somebody credit for something they don't deserve. Elon Musk wants to go to another planet so he can own that planet. Because if he's the first one there, he's the one colonizing that planet. Means he owns that planet, bro. That's the only reason he's interested with that. And then free world internet is gonna come with strings. Nothing on this planet is fucking free.
This is also the same guy who has come out and said that he has a team of scientists working on a mind control chip.
Yeah, exactly.
A brain chip to listen to music and do other things in your brain.
And mind control you, you know. So like I'm just saying,
he won't say mind control, but come on.
You know, like he's gonna give you a free chip, and then on that free internet that he's giving you, he's gonna be able to read all your thoughts, and those are the terms and conditions that we gotta agree to. You know.
He's about his chips like Lay's, Doritos, and Ruffles.
I don't know, bro. If you have over, you know, if you have a billion with a B, you know, you're a bad person.
Jay-Z?
Okay. Jay-Z's different though. I'll give Jay-Z billion with a B because of his assets and investments. I'm talking like billions and billions. Like I own companies and I got shit going on and I could easily snap my fingers and help a lot of people. I don't know, bro. This is coming from St. Luther. This is coming from St. Luther, the person who wants to make it big to give to the people. That's my journey. That's my path. That's my goal. You know?
Okay.
I'm just talking specifically about Elon Musk. Elon Musk, I don't know, bro. Okay. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think we shouldn't hop on the Elon Musk train so quick, you know?
Fair. Anthony, you're gonna swing on that one though, brother. What am
I swinging on?
Chips, Doritos, and Ruffles. You're on the out of their line, bro. You're swinging on that, bro.
How am I swinging on that, bro? You got the joke, didn't you?
Yeah, man, but it wasn't. Nah, so you're swinging.
Nah, bro. Nah, because we both know if you're in a better mood, you would have laughed, man.
You're going to bet on that, man? Because you're swinging.
Well, I can't swing if nobody throws me the ball.
Bro, I threw you the ball already.
I don't know. I can't swing at something I can't see.
All right, man. You could just acknowledge it's a swing and a miss by just saying swing and a miss.
No, I'm acknowledging it's a swing and a miss.
All right, that's better.
But I can't swing because there's no pitcher.
No, bro, you already said it's a swing and a miss, so you swung indirectly. Anyway, Thank you, Luke, for going on your little Jeff Bezos. I mean, not Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk Weirdo of the Week rant.
Thanks.
Very intriguing thoughts that you have. I actually agree with you in some of the things that you were saying. So that's actually kind of dope. I never really thought about things like it that way, but that's actually kind of dope the way you put it like that.
Lots
Dragon,
of
what do
things
we
I
have?
could do with them, man.
No problem. Dragon, what do you have next for us?
Benny Savage.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah, you know what to do.
You're not gonna lead me in.
All right, we're gonna go to Benny's Heavies. We're gonna kick it over to Benny's Heavies this week. Let's see what bangers and hits he's got prepared for us this week.
Okay, so before I get into the top 5, since we have another musician on the cast, like myself and Cadian, Luke, before I get into my little wing and a ding, what music have you posted recently, and do you have any little hints, sneak peeks, or full information about projects or tracks or anything that you'll be releasing in the near future?
Snippets.
I do have. Oh, do I have snippets now? Maybe. So what I do have to say is that I re-released my old song with Odie and Kemi, called Everyone Knows, and that's on Spotify but not on Apple Music because Apple Music sucks because I can't re-release things that I have already released on there again. So I got that. I got another song coming out soon called Magic Carpet. So yeah.
The title already has
next month's release. Yeah, that's next month's release. And then aside from, me working together with Odie, releasing his Melanin and helping him with his promotions and stuff for that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I don't got any like sneak peeks or releases for Magic Carpet as of yet.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
We'll be ready for it.
We'll be ready. And the song Melanin by Odie. I know that the song Everyone Knows is already out. The song Melanin, is that already released or is that on the way?
Yeah, that dropped today actually. So yeah, catch that on SoundCloud, Apple Music, Spotify. I don't know if it's on SoundCloud actually.
Sorry, did you wait? And just to make sure, you said that was released today?
Yeah, today.
Cadian.
Yeah.
Do you know any other songs that were released today?
Nah, bro. I think that's all you. You should tell me about any songs that were released today.
Huh? You didn't hear about it?
No, I didn't hear about nothing.
Dragon, did you hear about any new songs released today besides Melanin by Odie? You got to unmute yourself, brother.
Is today the 15th?
Today is the 15th, and I did not hear anything. Would you like to tell me about something?
I know.
Yeah.
I know what else released.
And what's that, Luke?
Bro, didn't y'all release a song today, bro? I know you released something today.
Oh,
I listened to it. I'm blanking on the name now. I listened to it though.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So the song is called the song that I think Luke is referring to. I could be wrong, because I don't know the guy personally, but the song I think he's referring to is "Back in It" by Benny and Cadian.
Featuring
new song, Benny and Cadian, exclusively on SoundCloud. Little R&B hip hop thing. Okay, no more jokes. Obviously, our song, me and Cadian's song. Good reviews I've gotten so far. Again, I've talked about this pretty much every time I talk about music on the podcast. Is there's a lot of I'm just assuming, just for goodwill, that all the good reviews I've gotten are the truth. I know there's a lot of ass kissers and a lot of people that are worried about people's feelings. I'm just gonna assume that it's all truth and everyone likes it. But yeah, exclusive on SoundCloud, dropped at 7:00 today.
We hope you guys record that song again.
I'm sorry?
We hope you guys record that song again.
I believe. Katie, you want to take this one?
Okay, so I recorded my amazing chorus /hook at the basement at St. Luther Studios.
Yes, sir. The basement.
That's
The
kind of
basement
ironic.
stew.
That's
The
kind of
dungeon.
ironicating because if I recall, I'm pretty sure I recorded my 2 verses at that same place in the basement in the lab. So yeah, Luke definitely really helped us there and gave us some good tips and helped us make the best out of that song.
Glad I could help. That's the Bot Boys. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, and
Yes.
also shout out to the other person who was on that song, Katie. I'll let you shout that person out.
Shout out to my girl Boo, Leanna Conception for the background vocals.
Mhm.
Love you, babe.
Yeah, and shout out to her sister Naomi, who helped mix and polish the song and made it the best it could be. But hey, enough about me. I'm not used to being a selfish prick. Somebody else here will tell you otherwise. So my top 5 songs of the week for Benny's Heavies. Number 5, we got No Love by Mozzie. Not much to say. Good tune. Number 4, Put It On by Big L. One of the most slept on New York rappers of all time. I think he needs more respect. And in the category of, think back about older rappers like Pac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, 90s, Big L should be in that conversation. And it just pisses me off that, not a lot of kids these days, the little young whippersnappers know Big L. Number 3, Luke did another Chris Angel impression. Number 3, Make 'Em Mad by D. Watkins. Good tune.
I'm sorry.
Great artist.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know if you've been practicing magic, but that disappearing act is fucking going nice. Make 'Em Mad by D. Watkins. Number 3, great artist, good tune. It wouldn't be on here otherwise. Number 2 is a exclusively to only be played either when you're by yourself and the shorty is somewhere. When your shorty tells you that she's at the library and she's somewhere else, this is the song to play. And or when you're with your shorty, who is loyal and a good person, and you guys are in the bedroom, not during the boom chicka wow wow, but this is the play after the boom chicka wow wow. Make Out in My Car by Moses Sumney. Great tune. And the number 1 song of the week was a song that I was introduced to by Mr. St. Luther over here. The song is called Majestic by Wei Fang. Wax Fang. You know what? I should do better at my fucking job.
By Wei
I should
Fang.
do better.
This sounds like a new Mortal Kombat character, bro. Wei Fang.
So I'm getting put on blast right now. So if you guys don't know, my writing is trick and scratch, and I wrote an X that looked like a Y. And yeah, I apologize. I should just be better at everything. Majestic by Wax Fang. If I had to, the best way I can explain this song is you need to be like living, but you need to feel like you're on another planet to really get the most out of the song.
Listen to that song when you take a hallucinogen or you get as high as you possibly can. Like smoke dope to the point you're like going like, am I gonna green? Listen to that song, sit back, close your eyes, or do hallucinogens.
Or if you're not the type of person to do drugs, then drink alcohol. And we're not gonna act like you like people who listen to this podcast are people who don't do drugs or alcohol. Let's be honest, you do one or the other or both.
Or honestly, like it's a great late night vibe, bro.
Yeah, and let's be honest, if there are people listening to this that don't drink or smoke, ew,
or do hallucinogens
or anything, then it's like, okay, so what do you do? Draw? Okay. Yeah. And And that's my top 5. Is there any songs that you guys would like to shout out before we move on?
No.
Dragon, we'll start with you since everyone's just, ready to jump at it.
Wasn't ready. I don't have one.
What's that song? Roaches. Roaches by I
Roaches.
forget who now. Roaches by, hang on, let me look at the artist here.
Cadian, you want to go first?
No, I don't really have anything I want to shout.
Maxo Cream.
Roaches. Good tune. Cadian, you said you don't have one?
I don't have anything to contribute.
Okay, Dragon.
Last Resort Reloaded by Papa Roach and Jarris Johnson.
Again?
Yeah.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Okay, sorry. Good tune. Wow, you guys came with bangers, eh? Yeah, I think that's it for Benny's Heavies. I don't know about any news or new music besides local artists dropping. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh, but before I let you go, Dragon, you want to know what came into the mail today?
What came in the mail today, sir?
This sexy piece of clothing right here. I wouldn't say clothing, more. Yeah, clothing. Yeah. It's Benny's Heavies fanny pack, part of the Up 3 merchandise collection that you can only find on their Instagram page. Just press the link in the bio and get yourself one of these, or maybe get a sweater or some sweatpants, some shorts, a shirt. Doesn't matter. It's your money. And that's Dragon. That's your cue to, I don't know what's next.
That's it, sir. We ran through that pretty quick.
That's everything?
That's everything.
What in gosh tarnation? Okay. All right, before we let you go, or before we wrap up, Luke, I tried doing this with our guest last week, and it did not work out whatsoever because he didn't feel like he had anything to talk about. So my question is, a question and a follow-up question. Have you ever done a podcast before? Or any type of interview? You're muted, brother. Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Bro, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've done a few.
Okay. So in those podcasts, so now right here on Up 3, is there anything that you wanted to talk about and have a group conversation about and just address that you haven't gotten a chance to talk about in other podcasts, or because I know, like, when you do a certain thing, like if you're an athlete or if you're a musician, you kind of go on an interview or podcast and you kind of answer the same questions over and over, and you got to kind of think of different ways to answer. You got to think of different answers for the same question. So was there anything going on in the world personally that you feel like you have an attachment to that you wanted all of us to talk about, that you feel like you haven't gotten a chance to do so in the past?
Bro, that's like a lot of how I feel, like most of the day. I feel like anything I could bring up would be like earth-shattering shit, like I don't know, like we could talk more like about kind of like the state of the world and like how you guys feel about like wealth and like riches, and like how about this? Do you guys at all feel as though that there's a disconnect in society from what's really going on, like from an individual basis, to what's going on globally in the world from a first world standpoint? Because I come from a third world country, and my parents made sure I was very connected with that, and I understood that I live in a great place. I live in a very good country. So do you feel as though that people today, because I definitely do you guys at all feel as though people today are disconnected from what's happening globally? Some people can get a little too narrowed down in the day-to-day and the mundane.
Yes.
I agree. Si, senor. I think people now are really, because there's two sides of that I feel. I think that people now only get they only learn about what's going on in places besides the place that they live in through social media. which I think is very negative and toxic for anyone's growth. The fact that, you know, less and less people, and I'm not going to act like I'm someone who wakes up and watches the news first thing in the morning. But I feel like a lot of people get their information and build their opinions on things that the even see on the news or they see on social media. And with that, I feel like that is a kind of idiotic, or I won't say idiotic, I would just say is not the best way to go about things. Narrow-minded thing to do, because of the fact of how news channels are biased to whatever political group or side that they go for. So if a consumer base, if a news channel consists of, you know, their cast consists of people for, you know, conservative party, then when a news comes out about, you know, Republican Party, you're going to see that the things that they say and their views are negative. And then when they talk about conservatives, it's a lot of ass kissing. So to get you things from news and stuff like that, I think it's narrow-minded, because all you're doing is putting yourself out there or letting yourself be taught by biased opinions. And I think what that adds to of how us being, you know, just so cut off from reality and what's going on in the world is just the fact that people get their stuff from social media. Like the only time I really see things on Instagram or Twitter about other countries is if there's a forest fire, if there's a bombing, if there's a shooting. That's the only time I really see shit about it. There's never a news I see about, you know, good things, like, you know, like fucking someone runs a marathon for charity in Australia, or there's a fucking charity thing going on in Germany. All I see is, oh, there's a shooting in Germany, or there's a bombing in Germany, or there's this assassination in Germany. I only see the negative. And I feel like with other people seeing that, that's going to build opinion of, you know, like, I'm just using Germany as an example, obviously, but I think, you know, people,
Germany's been through the shits recently.
Yeah, they're just gonna say, oh, Germany's a shit place because this is all I fucking see. And, you know, it's the kind of, you know, like stereotypes of, you know, I just feel like to add, you know, to relate to what you're saying is that I agree with that for the fact that there's so many stereotypes. And, you know, I'm one to say that, you know, there are stereotypes that are true, I feel are true, and there's a lot of stereotypes that are false, that are just built out of hate and racist and just negative thoughts. Now, I think with the stereotypes that are built, like, you know, the stereotypes of, you know, all of Africa is poor, the stereotypes that, you know, South Koreans are fucking nuts, the stereotype that Chinese people only serve fucking cats and dogs in their restaurants, the stereotype of Australians fucking, I don't know, Australians box kangaroos, like stupid shit, like how all Germans are still planning on the second coming of, or the Third World War, or all Germans are Nazis, shit like that. It's just those stereotypes are still strong today. And I just feel like it's just hurting us. And the fact that, you know, everyone gets now their news and builds their opinions not from things that they research about or really put in time to learn about and do their own research.
Personal experience.
Yeah, people will read one post about let's say we'll read one post about someone saying, you know, let's say someone will read one post about a sports analyst ranting about LeBron James flopping all the time. So like put it on an app, like pretending to get fouled. You will then go on Instagram or Twitter and then rant about LeBron James is such a pussy, such a bitch, he's ruining the game, without knowing the things that LeBron James has gone through, the road he's taken to get to the point where he is, and maybe why he does these things. You just post about one thing that they read, and now they feel like, okay, I am now able to speak about this because I saw a post saying what I'm about to say. And I feel like that's really where we're kind of disconnected with everything, is because now, and obviously this is going to sound really hypocritical of me because, you know, we have a podcast and, you know, we talk about a lot of things, but I feel like, you know, now especially now, everyone feels like their opinion matters, which it does.
Everybody's
now
an
everyone-
underinformed authority on every subject now.
Yeah, everyone feels like whatever these say is law. Now, I've expressed opinions, my personal opinions on the show and the other podcasts we have post game. I've expressed what I feel about things, but I have never once said that, I've never gotten mad at someone who has disagreed with me on about something. I'm going to say my opinion, and you're going to say your opinion. And if we disagree, we're going to agree to disagree. If I feel like you say something outlandish, then I'm going to call you out. But that's just how I feel like I should carry out things. And I understand when someone does the same thing to me. But I feel like now when everyone feels like their opinion is, their word is law, and everyone feels that way, there's never going to be peace or really a positive outcome when everyone thinks that they're in charge.
Word.
And not saying that there should be one person in charge of everything, but it's just, we just all need to understand that we're all equal. So yeah, I feel like it's a disconnect, and I if I'm going to be honest, I don't feel it any changing. I see it getting worse.
Word.
And that's not me giving up on peace or things changing. That's just me being real with myself.
You're honestly just abiding by your own thoughts that you just had by not forcing anybody to change by your own expectations.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's how I feel about it. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk.
Yeah, word. Now, like for me, I want to ask like another question. Do you think that like do you think it's intentional? It's like on like more conspiracy shit, I guess, if you want to go, that it's an intentional setup that we have algorithms that feed us information that we're gonna most likely agree with. Because if you think for a moment, if we were all able to for a moment step back from our own personal opinion, our own subjective point of view, do you think that people could understand one another a lot more? Issues, they won't evaporate, but issues such as like racism and bigotry and sexism, and things along those lines, do you feel as though those would diminish a lot more if people stepped back from a media outlet that was consistently feeding them opinions as though they were fact, and opinions as though they were fact that are most likely to agree with them?
I'll let my co-host go in on this before I comment.
There's a lot to take in.
Word, bro. These are the thoughts that rattle around in my brain all the time. This is what I think about on the daily.
Honestly, don't know how to answer that. I agree with it, but I don't know how other people would feel about it. Yeah.
Explain. How about this? Could you explain why you feel could you explain how you feel as though, how you come about not knowing how other people would feel about it? Because you know how you feel about it. Why are you unsure about how other people would feel about it?
Because everyone takes like, the whole social media, they need social media, the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They take that as they need it for their life and all this, and they can't just distance themselves from it.
Yeah.
Whereas me I'm at this point where I'm fine without it.
Yeah.
So
it's a tool for you probably more so than anything, right?
Yeah.
How about this? Not necessarily removing it, but if you were to have conversations and opinions outside of the ones that you're bombarded with, like what if people were exposed to the thoughts, opinions, and ideas of the polar opposite of what they believe, more regularly?
Yeah.
They're not funneled down into the stagnant pool of thoughts, opinions, and ideas of a collective few.
The man's out.
Yo, Kadian.
Yeah.
You sleeping, fam?
Bro, you're sleeping on me.
What? Bro, like, no, I know that was on purpose, but like you just snored, bro. We can look back and watch this on YouTube, but you snored.
I didn't snore on anything, bro.
Okay, so you're saying you've been awake this whole time.
100%.
Okay, so how do you feel about what Luke said? What's your opinion?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel.
Why don't you know how you feel?
Huh?
Why don't you know how you feel?
Why don't you know how you feel?
Well, because he said, like, you know, like, just growing up in a my voice cracked. Growing up in a third world country.
That was like 25 minutes ago, but keep going.
Third world country, and then, you know, moving, like, you know, knowing what he has here and just being okay with it and everything, you know. I'm sorry, bro. My voice cracked, and I just lost it from there.
Luke,
I thought we were done with this shit.
Okay, no, hold on. Okay, this guy literally asked us how we feel about people living by social media and how unaware they are that, you know, there's a conspiracy, or how it's possible that social media, the way it's brought
to be the
to us,
driving force that's dividing us.
It might be the driving force of how it's divided us, and there might be things happening behind the scenes that has led to, you know, social media being how it is today. And I asked Cadian what his opinion about that was, and he said, "Oh, you know, like, you know, because he grew up in a third world country." Like,
look, man, I'm not even on social media that much, so I don't know. Like, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. Like, who said cap?
It's not a conspiracy, bro. It's not a conspiracy, bro. It's just a thought. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this is something you can relate to and understand. You know, like, for somebody who experiences probably a lot of bigotry and ununderstanding from, you know, from my race and other people, you know, like, don't you feel like the thought basically is, don't you feel at some points in time, if only they could have more of an understanding and a outlet to your culture, your understanding, and the understanding of your people, that they would be a little bit less bigotry. They would understand you a little bit more, and there would be more of a community understanding and, you know, love and an exchange of knowledge and acceptance between, you know. I feel like this is something that, you know, is important, that should be important to you. The thoughts, you know.
It is, but when you grow up and going through things that I've gone through just because of the color of my skin, person that I am, you realize that sometimes people are just like, it's inevitable that people don't change. Like, they do, but it's like very rare that people really like try and see the error with their ways, especially if they're like brought up like with so much hate and so much misunderstanding. And people fear what they don't understand. So when they fear what they don't understand,
I don't
they
know,
just
bro.
fill it
Like,
with hate.
I don't know, bro. I agree, but like, I used to be, I'll say this openly, I used to be homophobic, like super homophobic. And I took the time to actually understand, to look over the fence and understand the other, you know, the other side. You know, I feel as though saying that everybody's a lost cause is a little defeatist before starting, you know. Like, one person that changes their mind is one better, you know. It's one less bigot, one less racist, you know, to just throw up, in my opinion, to just throw up your hands. And that's why I asked these questions to begin with, you know, to just throw up your hands and say it's not worth it. For me, like, I fight to make it worth it, you know. I want people to understand, you know, I want people to hold the love for every race, every color, and every understanding, because that matters to me, and it should matter, because, like, in life, that's what I strive for it personally. I don't know, bro.
That's fair. Actually, I'll give you that. Like, that is true. Like, you know, one more person that is less that more understand, that is one less person that isn't so bigotry or bigotful or whatever. Like, whatever the demonym for that word is.
Racist, you know, ununderstanding. Because, like, one less, you know, you let's say you make one person, one less ignorant person. You know, you have one ignorant racist. You change his opinion at 23. You know, he goes 5 years later, has a kid. You know, that would have been, he has 3 kids. That would have been 3 more racists. Instead, it's 3 more people who have more understanding and love in their heart that can spread that even further. You know, one person makes a difference. It's a splash, you know, and that's why for me, I try and, you know.
that is true, but then you also have to consider, like, even if he raised his kids to be like not racist and shit like that, it all depends on what kind of person, what kind of people the kid surrounds himself with. Like, even if the father is like cool with it, like kids can have friends that are low-key known as the KKK for all we matter. So like he might
True,
try.
though, but like how most people will follow their parents or somebody they look up to. You know, if that person's an exemplary person, you know, I don't know of a lot of racists that become the most exemplary people in society, right? He's at least going to change his perception, and that's an opportunity, bro. Like to assume off the bat that it's not going to work is a negative way of approaching the entire situation. Like, the point of the conversation is, what if people started to look over the side of the fence? What would happen? Not like, oh, it's not working already, you know, because I'm not interested in having a conversation that's just going to go back and forth with us going like, oh, it's not going to work, you know, because I'm interested in making it work.
Yeah. So my opinion is, going to what you're saying about the whole social media thing. I feel like what's really, and you know, I'm the type of person to spend hours scrolling through YouTube and watching shit and being entertained and da da da. But I feel like one thing that people are overlooking is the fact that why is the reason why we go on YouTube, and okay, even to talk about why YouTube was made in the first place in 2006. YouTube was made to give people who are not on the Hollywood platform to put out, you know, their idea of creativity on a global scale. So it wasn't celebrities coming out starting out making YouTube. It was literally regular people putting out their ideas. Now when you go on YouTube and you search up YouTubers, not people, not, you know, like sports channels, YouTube channels or whatever. When you go on to YouTubers like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, FouseyTube, KSI, you know, all these, David Dobrik. The one thing that you notice right away is everyone is making the exact same videos. You know, giving a homeless person a free car. She videos titled, she caught me cheating, prank gone wrong. You see that on every single person's channel. And why is that? What I feel is because all this is put in, the whole creativity thing is taken away, and now it's, you know, condoning, you know, all these videos about, you know, oh, cheating pranks gone wrong, or I pretended to be dead prank, right? This is all condoning negative toxic behavior.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's condoning cheating for views, pretending to be dead for views, getting in a fight for views. It's just a lot of shit that's really clouding, and I feel like the only thing that really all these videos are doing is taking the attention that could be put towards, you know, real things going on in the world, like how you guys are saying racism, people being ignorant, you know, KKK rallies that are still fucking happening.
Bro, the fact that those still happen is absurd.
And anti-gay rallies. Basically people getting together and having a problem with people being themselves. All these, you know, things on the internet, even TikTok, it's just, you know, people, you know, trying to do dances and fucking hide and trying to take people's attention away from what's going on. And the reason why I kind of stuck to the whole conspiracy theory, which you were saying before, Luke, was because I consider myself not in, I don't kind of think about conspiracies or making a conspiracy out of nothing on purpose. It's just kind of how I think about things. And I'll say this gladly. I'm the type of person, I feel like I genuinely believe that there is a secret society within the government.
Word.
Every government within the United Nations, there's a secret society. And I've said before, I've had doubts about COVID. I've had doubts about Trump getting into office. I've had doubts about Biden. I have doubts about Trudeau. Everything that I see about the government, I don't pay attention to the news. I don't pay attention about news about politics, because for me, there's just a big thing in the back of my head telling me that it's all bullshit, and they're only telling us what they're told to tell us. Nobody comes out and says shit that, it's for free will.
How about this?
Free will.
I have a question, bro. I agree with the told to tell us, like how about this? Why don't you think, have you ever noticed how everything is just everybody's throwing opinions back and forth? Why isn't anybody really sitting down and having a conversation about the other side? Have you noticed that nothing is really like we have podcasts, but podcasts are really just people throwing their ideas back and forth. Very rarely do you see two people sit down and actually have a conversation long enough to come to an agreement and shake hands.
Well, I also feel like, I don't know podcast wise, but I know with like the debates that they have on the news, I've never seen, and when you look at those, even too, if you go on YouTube, the most viewed debates that you'll see on like CNN or whatever the fuck is debates that says, oh, debate gone heated or gone bad, right? It's the only ones that where people fight, because violence obviously attracts views, and all people want to see is people fight with each other, which I think is a real eye opener, and really tells us how our society is. The fact that the most viewed shit you see is when people are fighting with each other and on totally different sides. And when you watch these debates on the news or on an interview, whatever, kind of like how you're saying, I have noticed where these debates, they'll get into a heated argument while someone has, like back when the whole presidential shit, when someone's on Trump's side and someone was defending Biden, they'll say their things, and then the last minute of the interview will have the person on Biden's side call the Trump side analyst a racist, and then the Trump side guy will call the other guy an idiot, and then the mediator cuts it off, and then you go to the next segment. It's never an understanding. So I agree with that. There's not much understanding. I feel like I'm the type of person where if I'm wrong, I will admit when I'm wrong, and I will give the other person their just due respect when I feel like they've bested me in battle.
Word.
But I feel like I agree that there's not enough going on there. And I've said, I want to say I've said this before. It's just, and again, this is not me giving up. This is just me being real and just me admitting, or just me expressing my thoughts. The way things is, and how the real issues are just kind of clouded and just shitted on and just hidden under, things that just are just used for views. I don't feel like racism, prejudice, ignorance, and just hate towards the lesser is ever going to end, ever, especially as long as I'm on the planet. Because for that to stop, for racism, for prejudice, for hate like that to stop, every single person on the planet, which is billions and billions, for every single person that requires everyone on the planet to be on the exact same page. And when we go on the news, hold on, before
when you're done,
sorry,
when you're done,
I just want to finish. Yeah,
no, absolutely.
So everyone needs to be on the exact same page. And the fact that we go on the news and two people who are from two different political parties, two people, one person and a second person, when those two people can't even get on the same page, how do we expect billions of people to be on the same page?
But
and that's where question. I feel like, yeah,
all right, like, no, what were you gonna say?
No, I was done.
Okay, word. My question to that is, right, like, isn't it the most, I don't know, I judge maturity and somebody being an adult on their ability to sit down, whether or not they can agree or disagree with somebody, and be able to try and come to a common understanding over the situation, right? Generally speaking, we're taught in school and preschool to say you're sorry, to talk to the person, and then become friends, right? Don't you think it speaks volumes to the state of humanity that a bunch of adults, essentially, right? If we were to remove the children from the equation because they're still sponges, that a bunch of adults, or at least a large amount of adults, can't get on the same page with like simple shit, like racism is bad. You should not be racist, right? The fact that simple stuff like that. And I know that it's like a topic that's talked about often and it seems driven into the dirt, but this is my question. And why doesn't it seem absurd that a bunch of adults can't come to any simple common understanding, no matter how small or how serious and like obvious the statement may be. That's why aliens don't visit us, bro. I'm just kidding. But don't you think that's bizarre though, right? Like we're fed media to believe certain things, to feel as though a bunch of people believe the same way, and we want everybody to come to the same agreements, to not be racist, to not be sexist. But at the end of the day, nobody's sitting down and having a conversation and even trying to come to an understanding.
I forgot his name, but there's this one guy I watched a TED Talk about. Hold on, wait, give me 1 second. I'm going to search his name right now.
I feel like I sidelined this thing pretty hard.
No, I like talking about this. Okay, so I watched this TED Talk, I want to say about a year ago, and I watched like some things on YouTube about this guy recently. His name is Daryl Davis.
Uh-huh.
And this guy, his profession is he's a musician. I want to he play, I forgot what instrument he plays. But his name's Daryl Davis. And basically what he did was years ago, he's 62 now, still living, still breathing, and still doing what I was going to get to. So what he did was I feel like did something to really change the narrative. So what he did was years ago, he was in a western state in the US, and there was a lot of news showing Klan rallies going on in his state, in his city, or his town. And so what he did was he set up with his secretary helped him set up a meeting with the leader of that town's district Klan, right? Mm-hmm. That group. And so what she did was she set up a meeting and saying that Daryl was a white man and he wanted to interview him, basically just to give the Klan press. So what happened was they met at this hotel, and the leader of the Klan came in, saw the secretary, and the leader of the Klan came in with the guy who was armed with a pistol on his side. He came in expecting to sit down and have an interview with another white man. And then Daryl comes out, obviously a black man, and says, "Okay, let's proceed with the interview." And the guard with the Klan leader pulled out his gun right away and aimed it at him. And the Klan leader said, "No, I agreed to an interview. We're going to do the interview." And so that leaves basically, so they have the interview, and basically Daryl's motive wasn't to prank the Klan members. It wasn't to make them look stupid. His goal was to get into, see where he's coming from, mm-hmm. and to basically understand his mindset. So that interview led to Daryl and the Klan leader. I forgot his name. Let's call him Carl, right?
Yeah.
So Daryl and Carl. Sorry to all Carls. I'm not saying you're racist, but let's be honest. There's probably some racist Carls. So Daryl and Carl, they basically ended up becoming best of friends. And Daryl said during TED Talk, he understood that this is a ridiculous thing to comprehend, that a black man and the leader of the Ku Klux, or a member of the Ku Klux Klan, can become best friends. And he said that he understood that Carl did not like the colors of Daryl's skin, but he respected him as a man because of how he was able to look past that. Hey, this man hates me for who I am.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to have a conversation with him like he was anybody else. Mm-hmm. And so what that led to was basically Carl now going about it of how every time he would come to town and do these rallies, Daryl would come. He wouldn't applaud, he wouldn't clap his hands, he wouldn't come on stage with him, but he would be there to show support. Like if Luke had a concert at MTS Center, I'm fucking going, right? So the same thing, it's a support system. So basically what that led to was Daryl just talk to him like another man, going to Carl's house on Saturdays, having dinner with his family, inviting Carl over to his house, having dinner with his family. This led to, years later, Carl leaving the Ku Klux Klan and disowning the previous beliefs he had and the hatred he had, and starting to accept people of the opposite race or other races besides Caucasian. Now, that, and then Daryl, again, he didn't go to school for this shit. He didn't, he's not some professor, scientist, fucking therapist, nothing. He grew up a musician. He went to college for music, and he was able to go on an adventure and what he did was literally make a white man go from a Ku Klux Klan leader to someone who accepts all people and all races, of all skins, of all mindsets. And then what Daryl has done after, he has helped numerous thousands of other former Klan members hang up their robes and put on a regular suit and go out and live the life of accepting everything else. I feel like there needs to be a lot more motherfuckers like Daryl.
There should be.
That is what I think. And he did all this. And then years later, at the age of 50, whatever, then went on a TED Talk to tell people about what he did. He didn't videotape everything. He videotapes shit here and there. He didn't videotape all he did and then was posting it as like a weekly thing the entire time. He did these and then told everything about it after to explain, hey, this is possible because I did it. Yeah. I think that is change. And I feel like that was beneficial and helps shape the world in a direction where it should be going.
Exactly.
I think that's an example of actually changing the world.
Or like at least he tried, I think
he tried and he has success.
He had success, and it's not about winning, It's not always about winning. It's like sometimes the best you can do is just plant the seed, and hope it can grow. You can't force something. You can't, as Kadian was saying, you can't force that change. A lot of people probably won't. But like as I was saying, one or two people, as we were saying with like Carl and Daryl, right? Carl became one and then helped many through that process. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just weird how you see, just for me, it's like weird to take a step back and look at society and just see how like it seems to be such a simple thing, something we literally learn in fucking preschool and nobody can do it as an adult to another adult,
Yeah. Anything else for my co-host?
I've got nothing, sir.
I'm just trying to catch my breath because I was telling a story for like half an hour.
Word.
Or it felt like half an hour. Kadian?
No, y'all got me stumped on this one. Okay. I saw the video we were talking about already, by the way.
The Dale Davis video?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything to add about that, or you kind of agree with what I was saying?
It was dope, what you were saying.
Okay. Dragon, anything to add? I feel like that's kind of a good thing to end on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just understanding, and if it's really easy to complain about things not changing, but it's a lot harder to be a part of that.
Get up and go do something. Yeah, that's what it's about.
If you don't like it, do something about it. Literally.
Exactly. That's how I feel, at least as a white man.
Yeah.
At least I'm just trying to do something.
I feel that. I think we're all ready to wrap it up. It's getting pretty late. I'm fucking hungry. One thing I wanted to do before we leave, just to lighten the mood, because we did get into a very intense and thoughtful and serious conversation. I wanted to end it with a joke, a little classic dad joke. Now the one I've chosen is pretty offensive, but you know what? Comedy is comedy. So,
Word.
Luke, what's the similarity between a pregnant 12-year-old and the fetus inside her?
What, Anthony?
They're both thinking, oh shit, my mom's gonna kill me.
That's fucked.
I like that one. That's classy.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
Yeah,
Thanks
that's
again
it for
for
me.
having me. Thanks again for having me, guys.
Of course, thank you, Luke.
Thank you for
joining us. For
No
real.
problem.
Always love different perspectives and different opinions. We'll definitely keep everyone updated for the things that you're dropping,
Les,
and
thank you.
definitely support what you're doing. And we would love to have you back on in the future.
Les,
Well,
thank you.
I will. Like, I don't know about my guess.
Hopefully at an earlier time, and a lot more energy brought to the stage next time.
Oh yeah, I had a Red Bull before this, just trying to bring myself some energy. I was like, "Okay, bro, I'm like a little sleepy."
I had a couple shots of gin, so I'm probably the opposite. I was celebrating the release, so I'm kind of I'm sober now, but
You should, bro. You should celebrate. Congrats again. It's a bop.
thank you very much. Thank you for joining us.
Of course,
Katie,
thank you.
if you do the honors and lead us out.
Thank you to Luke for being our special guest for this week's episode, or one of this week's episodes. We look forward to having you back. Back in it, out on SoundCloud. Check it out. I'm about to log out, guys. Y'all have a good night now.
You too.
Peace
Peace out, guys.
Peace.